Can you really feel the difference in a few missing cards? With nothing but touch, you're about to defy logic and do the impossible. This is CoachTrick. Welcome back to another amazing tutorial. By the end of this effect, the audience will be wondering whether you're some kind of human calculator for cards. Guaranteed to amaze, it's a self-working gem, can be performed with a shuffle deck and requires no prior setup. Remember, it's more than just the tricks, so stick around to see how magic can unlock the power within you. Okay, let's jump into it. Grab a deck and let's go. Okay, so as ever then, let's just kickstart by taking a look at the effect itself. Now this is going to be a demonstration of a remarkable skill that you've developed, and we're going to start with a shuffled deck. So you can just take the cards, hand those to a spectator. They can shuffle those as much as they like. Now to start, we're just going to have a bit of fun with the spectator in order to set the scene. So you're just going to cut the deck into approximately 2 and hand half to the spectator and take half for yourself. You're now going to ask the spectator just to take their cards and to deal a random pile of cards to the table. As many as they like. Make it a few so there's a good pile, but they can stop dealing whenever they feel like it. So let's say they stop dealing just here. They can place the rest of their cards to the side. Now, whilst the spectator is doing that, you're going to do exactly the same with your cards over here. So just like the spectator did, you're going to deal a random pile of cards to the table, and you're just going to stop dealing whenever you feel like it. So let's say you stop dealing just about here. You can also just place the rest of your cards to the side. Now, once you've each dealt a pile of cards, you're just going to ask the spectator to take these packs and to hold one pack in each hand, just like so. And you're just going to ask the spectator to feel for the weight of the cards and ask them whether they can feel any difference in the packs. Now they might say that they can, or they might say that they can't. Either way, you're going to explain that you've developed a very particular skill where through weight alone, you're able to determine the exact number of cards in packs like these. And you can prove it. And with that claim made, you can now just gather up the cards, ready for a demonstration. At this point, you're going to look away so that you can't see the cards, and you're going to ask the spectator just to cut a random portion of cards from the deck, say between 1/4 and 1/3, something like that. That just helps with the demonstration, but it's a totally free choice. So let's say they cut the cards just about here. You're going to ask them to take their cut cards and hide them out of sight. Now they might cover them with their hand, or they might even place them in their pocket. Either way, they just need to make sure that you can't see the cards. At this point, you can now turn back around and you're going to take the rest of the deck. You can explain that through weight alone, you're going to try to determine how many cards the spectator has cut from the deck. Gauging how much the deck should weigh versus how much it weighs now, you're going to attempt to take the exact same number of cards as the spectator has taken. Okay, so let's see here, just weighing the cards. So it feels like they've got quite a good chunk. So let's just take a few cards. Okay, we're getting there, definitely getting close now. Let's see, I think a few more. Just a few more, I think. Okay, I think we're definitely close now. Maybe just a couple more. And I think that could be it. Once you think you're close, you can then just place the rest of the cards to the side. You can explain to the spectator that this is a first pass and you think it's probably close, but it might need some refinement. So just to double check, you just need to check the weight of the cards again. So you can just weigh up the cards again in your hands like so. And just place it into your palm, and just to get a good feel for the cards and their weight. Now, as you're doing that, you can just ask the spectator to place their cards into your other hand. So they'll take their pack and they'll place them into your hand like so. Now, you're going to look away from the spectator's cards, so you can't visually gauge how many are there. You're just literally feeling for their weight. And you're now just going to try to compare the two packs. So let's say, I think we're close, but just a bit of refinement. So let's lose a card there, maybe another card. You can explain also that the different amounts of ink on some of the cards sometimes makes this a bit difficult, but hopefully we should get close. So let's see, I think we're definitely getting closer. Maybe just a couple more. Okay, maybe just one more card. Okay, I think that feels like a good match. So when you think you've got a good match, you can then just place the packs back down on the table. You can also just get rid of the spare cards here. Our work with those is done. At this point, you can also just quickly remind everyone exactly what's happened. The spectator secretly cut a totally random number of cards from the deck and then hid them out of sight. There's absolutely no way that you could see how many cards the spectator cut. Through gauging weight alone, you've then tried to determine how many cards the spectator has removed from the deck, weighing the cards and then removing some cards of your own, leading to this pack just here. You can explain that you think you're pretty close, but now it's time for the result. For the first time now, you can ask the spectator to take their pack and to count their cards aloud to the table. So they'll take their cards and count them like so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 cards. Reminding everyone the spectator has 13 cards. All that's left to do now is to take your cards and count these aloud to the table also. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's going to be pretty close. 11, 12, 13. An exact match. And apparently incredible skill that's also super easy to perform. So stick around because now I will show you exactly how it works. Okay, so let's take a look at the secret to this effect. Now, you really do start with a shuffled deck. The spectator can shuffle the cards as much as they like. They really are mixed. Now, you're going to start with a quick introduction to the effect. Now, this is good for setting the theme of the trick and illustrating what you're going to try to do, but it's also really good cover for identifying your key card, and that's basically what makes this trick work. So you're going to cut the deck approximately in half, and you're going to give half to the spectator and take half for yourself. You're going to ask the spectator to take their cards and just deal a random number of cards to the table like so into a pile, and they can stop dealing whenever they feel like it. Once they've stopped dealing, they can place the rest of their cards to the side. Now, at the same time the spectator is dealing cards into a pile here, you're also going to deal cards into a pile of your own. However, you're secretly going to count 20 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 17, 18, 19, 20. And once you've reached 20, you can just place the rest of your cards to the side. Have the spectator now take each of these piles, one in each hand. Have the spectator try to weigh the cards and then just place the packs back down on the table. Now, as part of this act or in the process of gathering the packs back up, you secretly just need to glimpse and remember the card at the bottom of the pack containing 20 cards. So here we can see the Jack of Diamonds, and this is going to be your key card. With that card remembered, you can just gather the packs back up, placing this pack containing 20 cards on top of the other packs, just like so. Now, as you look away, you're going to ask the spectator to cut a random number of cards from the deck. Now, for this to work, they need to cut 19 or less cards. So you can ask them not to cut too many, just to limit the number. but it really is a free choice. So let's say they cut this many cards just here. Have them take the cut cards and place them out of sight so that you can't see them. You will now turn back around and you'll take the deck and pretend to weigh it. You're now going to deal cards from the top to the table, secretly counting to 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Once you've dealt 20 cards, you can place the rest of the deck to the side. You're now going to take your dealt cards, pretending to weigh them up even further, and you're just going to place them face up in the palm of your other hand, like so. The spectator will now take their pack and place them into your other hand, but make sure you're not looking at the spectator's cards, so you can't be accused of visually gauging how many cards there are. You're now going to pretend to gauge the weight of the packs, and all you're simply going to do now is discard cards from the face-up packet here until you reach your key card. So in this instance, we're looking for the Jack of Diamonds. And there's the Jack of Diamonds just there. You can now just discard your key card also, and then just place the packs back down on the table. You can now just ask the spectator to count their cards aloud to the table. So in this instance, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And all that's left to do now is to take your cards and to count them aloud also to reveal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. An astonishing exact match. And there you have it. Remember, mastering magic isn't just about fooling the eye, it's about unlocking your inner power, helping you to discover the confidence to overcome any challenge and the mindset to push beyond your limits, both in magic and in life. So keep on practicing and you'll be amazed at what you can achieve. Until next time, keep the magic alive and take care.